The vassals are unhappy, and to be honest, Liam does not give a rat's. Well, that's not entirely true. Obviously, he cares, but one of the things that we really have going for us currently is if we actually look at the faction commitment here, it's likely that this person will end up leaving this faction, largely thanks to the fact that we are a conqueror. So just the simple fact that we're a conqueror gives anybody who might join a faction an immediate minus 100 faction commitment on top of a base of minus 150. So what is the plan today then? Well, we're going to keep an eye on our vassals, but realistically we can't change a huge amount until we pass high tribal authority, which is going to take us about 9 years. Only then can we actually revoke titles from our vassal. If opportunities present themselves to deal with vassals, we'll most certainly take them. Until then, we're going to play it as it lies and try and expand our power base to get our new goal of the Empire of Britannia, which we will no doubt rename, considering we are an Irish king, and an Irish king holding Britannia doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Poor Alfred over here, despite having some of the best stats in the game, essentially helped us invade his own kingdom and deal with it. He came to our aid to help us get rid of the Danelaw, but once we got rid of the Danelaw, their throne was destroyed, it became England again, he had it, and then we revoked it off him. So we're still allies, but he's not all too pleased about that. Before we begin going to war though, our son Odrin can now marry. The two things that I'm really considering when it comes to selecting who Odrin's spouse will be is inheritable traits and alliance power. Unfortunately, they have a bit of an inverse relationship with one another currently. If we were to pick people with good physical traits, we are essentially getting next to nothing in terms of alliances. However, because of the fact that it's unlikely that England will be in a super secure place when Odrin takes power, I expect he will have some issues, and I would rather he have some support of valuable allies rather than good congenital traits. Good congenital traits don't really mean much if Odrin and the dynasty don't survive long enough to actually deal with them. So we're going to send this proposal for Odrin to marry Princess Sophie here of Lothringia. Now, we are just going to do Conquer County here because the duchy, again, is split between these two. We'll have to wait a bit, but like I said, we are in no rush here. We will deal with this swiftly. To be fair to him, Liam is still leading troops at the ripe old age of 58. Oh, we've got the enemy banner. Technically, we don't have a slot for this Ceredigionian war banner, so we're actually going to destroy this for the gold. I do not remember getting this item. It's a branch of the Sacred Oak of Thor. If we don't fill the requirements, we just get the Court Grandeur bonus +3. We're not going to fulfill the requirements because this is an Asatru relic, I'm assuming. But for now, we'll put it there. It's another insult to the Suðreyjar and the Asatru, and one that's fitting because we do plan on trying to get rid of them. Finally, at long last, this war is over. I think they just were attacking us over and over and over again. We still haven't sieged down anything, but we caught the right person. Ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that Ivor the Boneless is dead. The Asatru have severely fallen from grace. Now, the petty kingdom of Huis here, I've got to be honest, I have no clue how to pronounce that. They only have 15 troops and an alliance with basically nobody. So up next is you. We'll take the whole duchy. Thank you very much. While this war is ticking by very slowly, the two other things we have to consider are faith and culture. Now, I spoke about this quite a bit, and we did get some comments in the last episode when I spoke about the decision to convert to Catholicism. People were talking about how it is mostly the same between Insular and Catholicism. Is there really that much of a difference? The primary difference is this. Catholicism is righteous, which means that we can revoke landed titles from evil infidels without incurring tyranny. Whereas with Insular, we're pluralist, so we do not have the ability to actually revoke titles, even if we have a vassal who is of a faith that we consider evil. Because of that, I do definitely want to convert to this faith. We're missing quite a bit right now. I don't know if we will get there in time during Liam's life, but maybe we'll do a pilgrimage later. That might help get us there. The second one is culture. What we're going to do here is we're going to have our steward promote cultural acceptance with the Anglo-Saxons. When we get this to 40, it will still take 40 years. But when we get there, we can form a hybrid culture. The acceptance will be at 100%. I will be the culture head still. We'll gain 2 of their innovations. Crop rotation we may already have by then, but we'll gain 2 innovations, at least the ability to siege, and we won't have to actually deal with the different culture penalty of our vassals. This will take time, but I think in the long run, it may be worthwhile. Seeing as though when we form the hybrid culture, we'll get crop rotation and onagers for free, it doesn't make sense to keep focusing on crop rotation. What I am going to do is actually move into ledger. This is the one that has current exposure, so it's already being boosted just by itself. If we choose to focus on it as well, it goes from 43 years down to 25. This is going to make it a lot quicker getting to feudalism, and it also means we don't waste time trying to speed up crop rotation, only to get it for free later. For Domnuk here, who is another metalsmith, wants to forge us a brooch. Go ahead, my friend. How much gold do you want? 50. Feel free. We still want to gain more artifacts and buff out our inventory here. And there we go. With that, we have one more duchy under our name. Now, long term, I'll probably give this land away, create the duchy, and give it to somebody else. However, for the time being, I think I might hold on to it because of this. There is a mining settlement here, giving a base +2 tax per month, as well as the county getting better holding taxes and levy size. So for now, we're going to hold on to this one, and we're going to not make the duchy yet. So we have another learning perk here. I think I may actually shift the overall focus into theology for the extra piety. And then I'll take Zealous Proselytizer here for Convert Faith in County Progress. Not that we'll be doing that yet, but Prophet is quite nice for the extra piety per night. And the Faith Creation and Reformation cost is -50%. So we've filled up every position that we possibly can now for as much bonuses as possible. I'm also going to put my personal position on advanced research, so we gain slightly more monthly lifestyle experience, which hopefully can help get us more perks in the actual learning tree. That takes us to -1.6 a month, which is perfectly fine because, again, Conqueror gives us a base of 5 anyway. The inspiration has been realized, and we have got ourselves an Irish brooch, giving us some prestige and attraction opinion. This is lovely. We'll throw that on. Happy days. And straight away we have another inspiration. This man is legendary, and he wants to create armor. He's legendary and renowned throughout the world. 162 gold. This better be amazing, but let's do it. What do we want? Flexible chainmail, scale armor, laminar armor, or leave it up to him? I think we'll go laminar. I don't think Liam would leave it up to him. He's been a soldier his whole life. He'd know what he wants. We want sturdy and reliable. Oh, and Addy, the man that we actually asked to commission us the armor, asked who we want to dedicate it to. And of course, we will make this armor in memory of our soulmate and past wife, Der Gale. Also because it gives us another 100 piety, which puts us closer to converting. But that's not the reason. It's the roleplay reason. It's because it's what Liam would do. Anyway, now is the time to take care of the true last remnant of the Suðreyjar. This is Ivor the Boneless's son. He owns this land down here that Ivor went to bone with. He owns this land down here that Ivor went to war with, and the land that Ivor currently held is now fully gone. So we're going to deal with this and just truly deal with the last remnant of the Suðreyjar. Yes, there we go. So Addy has finished his armor. We have the McDara Laminar Armor. It's famed. This is our first blue artifact. +9 to prowess as a base. We also get injury resistance, giving us another +6 and some slight prestige per month. This is magnificent, and we will put this on. And with that, once and for all, we can wave goodbye to the Suðreyjar, take the last of their land, and they will no longer be of issue to us. And would you look at this? Odrin has already had his first son with his wife. Let's have a look at it. He's a dwarf again. He's a dwarf again. Okay, fair enough. That is just something that the McDaras are known for now, I guess. We're going to give him, let's see, we'll give him a good Irish name, but something that people can actually pronounce. Ardgal. Nah, I don't really like that. You know what, actually, I think Odrin, seeing everything that his father has achieved and the power that he has amassed for the dynasty, would actually name his firstborn son after his father. So his first son will be known as Liam II. Liam just up and converting his religion is a difficult thing to explain through roleplay. However, something I think that he might do as he's considering religion, considering what's best for the realm, is actually go and have a look for himself by taking a pilgrimage, a pious pilgrimage, to the Vatican. Our intent will be zealotry. We are bringing experienced captains for the sea journeys and mercenary guards for when we are over land. Before we leave, however, we are going to make High Chieftain Trencad the Jolly of Ulster here our future regent. Trencad is actually a name I remember from when we were first giving away vassals back when we only controlled Ireland. It will be a fantastic regent. We're going to designate him to be in control. He is selfless and has excellent aptitude. And look at this, Liam is on his way, he's achieved so much throughout his life, he's put together the realm, he is close to forming an empire, the succession is secure, so much must be going through his head at the moment as he is on his way to the Vatican to figure out what's best for the religious needs of his people. Just arrived in Aquitaine. This is actually Liam's first time ever on the mainland of Europe, probably seeing lots as he passes through this realm. Thankfully though, this realm is also Catholic, so the people he meets here will also be a learning experience for him. Speaking of lessons, the first thing that happens to us as we arrive is we're robbed. Give the money back, we'll leave it at that. It probably is very like Liam to just straight up kill him. We're in new territory and we are on a pilgrimage. We don't want to be murdering people. So we've come across a man in Toulouse who is a gardener. We can delay our trip by 14 days, spend some prestige, but possibly gain the trade gardener. Or we can say the High King doing gardening, but we gain stress because we're ambitious. You know what? Colour me intrigued. We've gained the gardener trait. More stewardship, less stress gain, more opinion of courtiers and guests. We've noticed that the people here often hold mass outdoors. This time there is a storm rolling in and they are having mass anyway. We can choose to attend anyway, possibly becoming ill, or say forget this madness. I think we're here to learn. We would definitely say, what is a little rain to an insularist? And we don't become ill. Happy days. Everything's going well so far. Interestingly, on our journey, we've come across other pilgrims, but they are Orthodox. We can say only insularists may take this journey. It'll become more pious. We can say, tell me how do you worship your god. We gain a 50% discount for converting to Orthodoxy. Or we can say, we are so alike, you should come with us. I don't think we say we're so alike. We have no interest in converting to Orthodoxy. I think only insularists may take this journey. And we've just arrived in Italy. Oh, things are going great. Look at this. So me and Seton are having a whale of a time over here. As soon as we land, we've come across a festival and we are dancing to our heart's content. I wish Dublin was more like this so we get cultural acceptance between the Italians, or this feels just like home. I don't know if Liam would say I wish Dublin was just like this, to be honest. I think he likes Dublin as it is, but I think he would say this feels just like home. And we have arrived. All roads lead to Rome. We have walked the holy path. We gained the trait pilgrim, more monthly piety, and zealot vassal opinion. And on the pilgrimage, we've gained another lifestyle perk. We will take religious icon, again, just trying to go down the theologian tree as much as possible. So they've asked us if we've also brought something blessed. We could ask them to bless the branch of the Oak of Thor. I'm not sure why we do that, considering it's not of our religion, but I mean, sure. We've come across a child in the streets who says, I know of a secret place where God lives. He puts on a determined face. I can show you if you want. This feels like a trap to me. What would Liam do? I mean, he's brave. Colour me intrigued. So he brought us to a small cavern, and we've never felt God's presence stronger than in this very spot. How extraordinary. We get just another learning off the bat. Very nice. And with that, our pilgrimage is over. Roma, it has been an honor. We gain 625 piety, 40 trait experience in pilgrim, and we become the owner of St. Columbkille's Humorous for plus 0.1 piety. Roma, it's been an honor. As Liam makes the long journey back to Ireland after his pilgrimage, we are actually only about 100 piety off converting to Christianity. But that will happen when we pick up in the next episode upon Liam's arrival. We continue our expansion of Ireland and begin the process of converting to Catholicism. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video.